Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who do rule well and teach this truth with all honesty and sincerity. Salutations to you brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth with all honesty and sincerity, with great diligence to wake up the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom to the Akim that are scattered abroad among the heathen, looking like the heathen, but you are in fact of the stock of Israel, and you hold near and dear this truth and follow the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities, wherever you may be scattered. And shalom to the few sincere Akwathim that listen and learn in silence, playing your creation role as the Lord commanded you to, which is in all subjection, reverencing your husbands, being his pillar of rest. This your brother Azor from GMS St. Louis, and do a video on the hypocrisy of the IUIC. This is a Deacon Malachiah who did a classroom video, basically going in and around what the mark is. You see, years ago, they were saying it was a hoax. The chip is a hoax. The chip is a hoax. And now they're saying it'll be a digital ID. But the elders of Great Millstone been saying that for years. They've been saying that, but it was said that they were crazy and they don't know what they're talking about. Let me play a little bit of this, and I'll go back to the old video where they were saying it's a hoax, and they've been saying it's a hoax.
Up all over. I'm telling you all. So go back and read it again. Revelation 13. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. That's talking about us in the last days. If we do not worship the image of the beast, we will be killed. You all understand? That's talking about in the last days. It's talking about America too. That's who that is talking about. Okay, read on. And he calls it all, both small and great. Small and great, read on. Rich and poor, whether you rich or you poor. Read on. Free and bond, free or bond. Read on. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. To receive a mark in your right hand or in your forehead. You understand? In your right hand or in your forehead, read on. And that no man might buy or sell. No, that mark is going into sin. When you read Job, it's going into sin.
The mark is going into sin. So how is sin going to make you able to buy or sell? People could just lie, like really ask yourself. People are already sinning. The world is full of sin. And really, if you get into it, only the Israelites can sin because only the Israelites were given the law. So how is everybody gonna be able have to sin to be able to get the mark?
All right. That no man may buy or sell, read on, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast. So you gotta have the mark or the name of the beast in order to buy or sell. Now let me tell you also. Now today, the trade wars, the tariffs, all that stuff you see taking place with Trump. Guess what? All nations gotta call and enter into what? An agreement with America in order to do what? Back to trade, to buy and sell. We've seen it take place before our eyes. You all understand? But This is, as I said, is level state. Okay? I see they trying to collapse the US dollar. Okay, and they will try to bring in a new form of digital world currency. America will do that.
Oh, a digital form of currency. Could that be that microchip that's small as a grain of rice? See how they try to ease it on in and recount their statements from years ago?
To reinforce world dominance in economically. America will do that. You know, they will collapse everybody money all over the world. You feel me? Do you know that China and a lot of these nations hold US bonds, which is basically US debt? Now, if they get rid of the US debt, guess what's gonna happen to the US dollar? It's gonna tank. The US dollar gonna tank. And guess what? America gonna do what America do. America is the oppressor. They gonna do what they gonna do. The whole economy collapse, then they come up with a new solution. And guess what? Let all nations know, listen, this is the new form of trading worldwide. And make sure all your citizens have a digital ID and all their information is on that digital ID, their bank account and all of these things. You all understand? That's the level it's gonna come to. It ain't there fully as yet, but that's the level it's gonna come to. The mark of the beast. Okay? Read it again.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell.
And the mark of the beast is the mark of who? America. He is the beast. He set up this whole system. It's him ruling it. It's him running it. Remember, Europe gave him their power. Europe is carrying him. But America is the one that making all the decisions. The mark of the beast is America going to be pushing that. Is America going to be setting up that religion that everybody got to worship the white image of Christ? America going to be pushing that. America is the one that's going to set it up where, in order, if you don't agree with the market, if you don't agree with their politics, their religions, you can't function in their society. You can't buy, you can't sell. You can't even go buy milk at the store. You can't pay for electricity. You can't pay your light bill. You can't buy a car. You can't buy gas. Why? Because everything is connected to what? To your ID.
The mark is not the ID. The mark is the RFID chip, which has to be implanted into your skin. When you go into that word mark, it means charagma, an incision, cut.
Name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, because if he didn't use those two names, he was just playing. That lie the devil is. Liars. Give me that. Who got it? You got it, Isaac?
Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 22. When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass.
We in June. Ain't no microchips. It's June. Go ahead.
That is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken.
That is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken. Read.
But the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of him.
Thou shalt not be afraid of him. He speaks presumptuously. Get me Jeremiah 14:14.
He say it's June, it ain't no mark. But did not Jonah prophesy against Nineveh? Nineveh wasn't destroyed then, but Nineveh was eventually destroyed. So listen, if you don't see what's going on now, the Lord is not dealing with you. Clearly, the Lord is not dealing with our UIC, man. Clearly, the Lord is not dealing with them, man. They're set up, man, to keep the people asleep. They're hirelings. Bishop Nate is a hireling, man. He doesn't care for the sheep because why wouldn't you warn them? You're confusing people and you're scattering the flock, man. And this was 10 years ago. And now look how far we have come, and it's right at the doorstep, man. The American dollar is damn near done. And what do you think? They're going to implement a new uh, form of currency, which some people already have it. Some people been had it. But when he makes it mandatory, that is when the Lord is going to interrupt, his plans, man, pursuant to Book of Job 20th chapter. Um, let's go to the book of Matthew. Chapter 15. I'll start at verse 12. Then came his disciples and said unto him, Knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended after they heard this saying? But he answered and said, Every plant which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be rooted up. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. You see? And these guys are blind, man. And if they know that is true, you know, they're still leading people to destruction, man. Let's go to Revelations 13. And verse 16, we'll jump right to the point. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Now let's go to this word mark.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
Charagma. Stamp, an imprinted mark, or the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. So if you take this, you're making Esau your God. You're giving him the power to control you and to alter your mind, and basically you're setting him as your Lord, your God. The mark branded upon horses, thin carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. So basically, Esau is gonna put a mark upon you, marking you as his territory, his belonging, his property. You see, and the mark, it goes into an incision. These guys are not telling people. And then verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark, not an ID, because these guys just willingly twist the truth, man. Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So 666. That's the RFID chip. That's the barcode, man. Esau gonna make you his property. Let's go to the book of John. Um, and I just started from the top. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. And the stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. This parable spake Yahushua unto them, but they understood not what things they were which he spake unto them. Then said Yahushua unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. And all that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. But he that is an hireling, and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth, because he is an hireling, and careth not for the sheep. And who's the wolf? Esau Edom, man. He's the wolf. And you're not warning the sheep of the wolf coming, man. You're telling them it's a hoax. You're telling them that the chip is is not going to happen. You're saying everything else but what it exactly is. So how will they know to avoid it if you telling them that it's some embargo, it's sin? You got some camps saying they're sleeping with white women. You all over the place, man. Those are hirelings. Here at Great Millstone, we've been telling you people the time is coming. You see? That's what the hour of temptation is all about. Or are you gonna give Esau entry into your body to make him your God? Or are you gonna stand on the side of the Lord, man, and endure the sufferings and the persecution for not bowing down to Esau's mark? Verse 14, I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and am known of mine. As the Father knoweth me, even so I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And this is what the good shepherd does, man. He's going to say the truth, man, regardless what he faces, what it say. And I lay down my life for the sheep. Go out to the highways and byways, man, teaching things that are contrary to this system. You see, letting the people know what's coming ahead, facing all the dangers outside in the elements, man. these spirits, man. And for a long time, people have been coming up against. But now that we draw closer and closer to the end, they see. Law enforcement, you know, they don't hassle us anymore. They don't say anything. They don't even respond to the people, trying to complain. It went from a lot of scoffing and mocking to it's then simmered down because people see we were telling you the truth. Regardless of how it seemed, we were telling you the truth and what was coming up ahead. Verse 16. Really, that was the point. The good shepherd, man. He's gonna care for the sheep, and which means telling you the truth about what you need to be aware of. Let's go to the book of James, chapter 1, and I start at verse 5. This is James 1 and 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, not wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You see? You saying it's a hoax. Now you're trying to mosey on around to saying it's the ID. All over the place. It was an embargo. It was this. It was that. It's sin. Come on, man. But you can clearly see why. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. And that word heart goes into your mind, la'ab. That's why you see a lot of these camps not teaching the full truth, man. They're not telling the people everything, unadulterated truth. So they spin the doctrine to basically make Esau not upset with them, so they can get those gifts, man. The 501c3 charter, the amenities that come with kissing Esau ass. You afraid of this man, but he's on his way out. Let's go to the book of 2 Timothy. Um, we go to 2 Timothy 3, and I'll start at the top. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. They was even saying, ain't no Jacob's trouble coming. But we see that right at the threshold. It's here, man. They making laws to basically be able to get down on Jake, man. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. And you see this guy, uh, 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 Nathaniel, um, just basically exalting himself like he's the Messiah. You know, got himself put up as he is the supreme Israelite master, and everybody else is underlings. All the theatrical shows and videos he put on, riding in on horses, and just covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts. That's definitely the IUIC. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Now, as James and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds reprobate concerning the faith. Reprobate. Let's look up this word reprobate real quick.
Strong's G96, adokimos. Adokimos.
Who not standing the test, not approved, unfit for, unproved, spurious, reprobate. So they're not going to stand the test, man. They're not approved. Void of good judgment, man. A castaway, rejected. But they shall proceed no further, for their folly shall be manifest unto all men, as theirs also was. But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long suffering, charity, patience, persecutions, afflictions, which came unto me at Antioch, at Iconium, at Lystra, what persecutions I endured. But out of them all the Lord delivered me. You see, and these guys want Esau to deliver them. They want to be, they not trying to face any type of persecution for this truth. So that's why you see them switching doctrines up, you know, all sorts of madness. Yea, verse 12, and all that will live godly in Yahweh, in Hamashiach Yahweh shall suffer persecution. And you see, that's what they don't want to endure. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. You see? These guys confuse a whole lot of individuals, man. The Lord is not going to forget that. Um, let's go to Revelations 14 and Verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into his cup, into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And that's gonna be, you're gonna get hit with these missiles, man. You're not gonna be called up out of this place when those missiles drop. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. You see? So these guys are in grave danger of being judged, man. Now some of those people are going to come to the truth because they see it coming, and they listen. He even gets on he even gets on his congregation for listening to Great Millstone. Yes, man. Hey, when the people start seeing that your words are not matching up with what's going on in the world and what's happening around them, yes, they're going to seek the truth. And those are the ones who the Lord is giving their mind to go elsewhere and to come into the truth. Hope this has been an edifying lesson. I'm going to say Kwam Yasharala, Shalom, and Abba Ball.